We're ready for the big boys. Before we get into the heavyweight category, let me just tell you, all our contest winners of the Facebook contest, stay back after this is over. You get a chance to click a picture with your favorite boxers. Make sure you don't miss on that. But we have got action for you first. From the blue corner, representing the visiting side, the Bangkok Elephants from the Ukraine. Give it up for Anatoly Atunyuk.
Here's the story of Cassius Clay, who changed his name to Muhammad Ali. He knows how to talk and he knows how to fight, and all the contenders will beat out of sight. Sing Muhammad, Muhammad Ali.
And in the red corner, representing the Venky's Mumbai Fighters, he's fast become a popular boxer after winning on debut last time we were here at the Inorbit Box Arena. He is definitely a one to watch out for. Bronze medalist at the 2010 Commonwealth Games. Please put your hands in the air for Uwain Fa, the Iron Man Jr.
परवाज़ें रोके ऐसी बंदिश के मुंह पे विशु जो सपनों की सांस दबोचे ऐसी हर कोशिश के मुंह पे विशु दुश्मन की चौकट पे जाके उसकी हर साजिश के मुंह पे विशु हर बैरी सीने के अंदर
heavyweight, it's Clemente Russo, last year's individual champion from Milano Thunder. At the top, no surprises there. And Abdul Qadir Abdullayev of Baku at number 3. It's going to be very close going into the final rounds. But at the moment here, we are faced with Uwain Fa, born in Tonga, holds a New Zealand passport. There's the judges, René Jas, Klaus Biedermann and Martin Tadic. And we've got Michael William Gallagher of Ireland back at referee's position. But now it's Bangkok fighting for that 1 point because Venky's Mumbai Fighters have got all 3.
That's absolutely right, and it's going to be an exciting one because we've seen Uwain Fa. He comes in with a 1-0 record. He's already won 1 fight. We saw him win, and he's a pretty fighter. He gets on his toes. He's a bit of an outside fighter, but he does land his punches well, and he's got great ringmanship.
Well, it's also the first time we see the technical director of the Venky's Mumbai Fighters team, Joe Clow, coming into the ring on the second. Normally we see him sitting down and shouting instructions. So all set for the heavyweight contest. Uwain Fa of Venky's Mumbai Fighters versus Anatoly Atunyuk of Bangkok Elephants. Atunyuk from Ukraine has lost both his bouts so far. Lost to Sean Turner of LA Matadors and Vitaly Kudukov of Dynamo Moscow, while Fa made a winning start against Moscow, where he beat Arslanbek Makhmudov rather easily.
And that's already begun the way we thought it would, Ravi. Outside fighting from Fa, but he lands them well. He's really a nice fighter. He's very enjoyable to watch.
Work inside. Work inside, guys.
It's got good footwork, as we saw against Makhmudov, especially in this over 91 kilogram category. And with his footwork, Uwain Fa can pack a tidy punch, as he showed. So we'll have to wait and see how he pans out, because he certainly doesn't have any pressure on him. He knows his team has got all 3 points from tonight.
He certainly has no pressure, and you know, both fighters look more or less the same height here. Maybe a slight advantage to
What's the head?
Fa, or it's very close. They're more or less the same height, but very contrasting styles of fighting. Fa on his toes. Antoniuk more conventional. Happy to adopt a peekaboo style, again with his elbows by his side.
Antoniuk is making the same mistake that we saw Makhmudov make last contest here at the T-Box Mobile Arena, because he was waiting for Nguyen Pha, and Nguyen Pha would just walk in, as we saw him land a few and then walk away.
And it's really, he plays that outside fighter role just so effectively. And you know what he does very well is he uses his right hand very effectively. He's another one who seems to be able to lead with his right whenever he wants, especially when he's in the corner, and that's a very effective strategy. But taking one on the chin out there, that will count for something.
Now Pha seems to have got a measure of Antoniuk, because he's landed a couple, waiting for the opportunity. Antoniuk keeping a very close guard, so the jabs are not coming through from the blue corner. Remember, Venky's Mumbai Fighters already have this contest soon up with a 3-1 lead. Bangkok Elephants fighting for that 1 point, where if they can make it 3-2. Seconds ticking away in this opening round of the 5-round contest. This is the final bout of the night, and fortunately for Venky's Mumbai Fighters, there are 3 points already confirmed.
What's ahead? Keep the head up.
Is trying to deny Bangkok Elephants that 1 bonus point that the team can pick up if they can make it close. And Mohit, I think Nguyen Pha may have just got the edge in this opening round.
I couldn't agree more with you. I think he did enough, especially at the beginning of the round. He came out with a clear-cut strategy. He knew how he was going to play this. He got that right jab in, as we were saying earlier. He's a boxer who gets square, and he's able to lead with either his left or his right. That's very effective, especially in the heavyweight categories where speed isn't the forte.
Well, all 3 judges have scored in favor of Nguyen Pha, so
Seconds
he's made
up.
a good start to this opening round, and if he can continue keeping up that pressure on Antoniuk, it may not be easy for Bangkok Elephants to come back.
Well, and a packed crowd out here, as we said earlier, and they've been enjoying this. Such a super event here at Inorbit Mall in the city of Mumbai on a lovely evening, one should say.
Right, guys, don't hold. Work on side. Don't hit the back of the head. Don't hit the back of the head.
Come back, and he's got to try and land a few effective ones before it's too late, because Nguyen Pha has made a strong start and is threatening to make it tougher and tougher for Antoniuk as the seconds tick by. Nguyen Pha's strategy is very clear. Walk in, land a few, and just move away. Now, being an outside fighter, I think that experience of early rugby comes in very handy, especially from the Pacific Islands.
That's absolutely right, and that's probably where he's a lot more nimble than so many of the other heavyweights that we tend to see. You know, he's able to get onto his toes. He's a little quicker than so many of the others, and that's what makes it exciting to watch him. You know, in so many of the heavyweight fights that we see, you're watching a lot of clinging like this, and you know, a couple of nice punches landed, but with Pha, what you're watching is some really good boxing.
Certainly looking technically superior there, Nguyen Pha, with his controlled aggression, almost inviting Antoniuk to come in close by taking that left down, but that right has landed a couple of hard blows from Pha, so Antoniuk is not going to fall for that one.
And Antoniuk, what's happening with Antoniuk here is, if you just take a close look at what Pha is doing, Pha's painting a bit, and he's at times tricking Antonius into lowering his guard on the wrong side, and that allows Pha to get in. with a jab.
Watch the head.
Antoniuk trying to come in
You keep
with
that
a
head up.
low punch to the midriff, but effectively avoided by Uwen Fa. Now Uwen Fa comes back with a couple to the middle himself.
It was a nice body shot out there. And Ravi, just for our viewers back home, you know, we can explain to them how it's important when a fighter targets the midriff section of a boxer. What it does is, you know, it's the floating ribs area, and it actually gets the other fighter to his breathing starts to labor, and he fires much quicker. As another nice one landed out there.
Also, what it does is that it forces the opponent to lower those elbows to cover that midriff, especially the solar plexus area, opening the head up. Bell signals end of round number 2, and I think on my card at least, Uwen Fa has done enough to take the lead in this round as well.
Certainly looks like it. You know, he's playing a strategy, right? Clearly, what they've decided to do back in the dressing room is what he's executing, and that's certainly playing out well for him. Let's take a look at that replay. A bit of a cling there.
But there we see Antoniuk trying to come in close, but not effective, and Uwen Fa taking advantage, landing a couple, and then as he's pushed into the ropes once again, he comes to the blows to the middle and then finishing off very strongly. So in round number 2, again, it's all 3 judges in scoring in favor of red, and that gives a 20-18 lead to Uwen Fa. No surprises on that score.
Box.
Well, none whatsoever. Unanimous decision there for the second round as well, and we come back into round 3, get a lot more of what we're seeing in round 1 and 2. Antoniuk in the center, Fa playing the role of an outside fighter, comes in, a couple of jabs, walks out.
Break. Box.
Uwen Fa probably realizing that Antoniuk is now hurt. He's waiting for that opportunity. Now he's not coming in close, just challenging his opponent to try and get at him. And Antoniuk now has been scared enough to backpedal. Now that's a great work from Uwen Fa, because if you can force your heavyweight opponent to backpedal, now that's good punching.
Okay, guys, work.
Certainly is. And
Let him
you
go,
know
let
what's
him go.
exciting about Uwen Fa is he uses his speed not just offensively but defensively as well. And you know, it's very hard to counter a fighter like him at this weight.
Great pick for the Venky's Mumbai fighters when they faced off last week against Dynamo Moscow. He had traveled all of 32 hours to get to Delhi and then flew down to Mumbai just the day before the bout. So all that travel from New Zealand via Hong Kong, where he got stuck, then landed in Delhi, flew on to Mumbai, but despite didn't show the wear and tear, and was an easy winner against Dynamo Moscow to pick up that one crucial point.
And a couple of good jabs, and shortly after that leads with a right. So he's really got his opponent befuddled right now. And Antoniuk's guard isn't certain of where it should be, because Fa, a nice uppercut there. He leads with a couple of jabs and then comes back with a right, and it's getting hard to counter for Antoniuk.
Antoniuk is certainly looking a little confused because he's covering his head, and immediately Fa lands a couple to his midriff. So Fa has done his homework well and is following instructions from Joe Clow very well to score and score easily.
A left and a right, nice combination. Gets one on the chin though from Antoniuk.
Seconds ticking away in round number 3, and I think once again Uwen Fa would be quite satisfied with the work in round number 3 as the third round ends. But it must be said that Anatoly Antoniuk hasn't really, I mean, it seems to be a little surprised by Owen Farr's speed. Normally, heavyweights don't expect your opponent to be moving so fast, and that's what gives Farr its extra edge.
That's absolutely right, and you take a look at the replay out here. You know, Farr's using his speed, his agility, not just offensively but defensively as well, and he's allowing Antoniuk to come into him, and that's when he uses his right. When he wants to get defensive, he leads with his right. When he's getting offensive, you know, if you follow, he's got a pattern that he's sticking to. He's leading with 2 left jabs on the offensive. And there we go, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, and a unanimous verdict yet again in round 3 for Farr.
What that effectively means is that even if Antoniuk wins the next 2 rounds, he needs to score big time, and Farr's got to commit a few fouls. At the moment, it doesn't look like Farr's in a mood to oblige.
Not at all. A great left hook. Rattled the teeth out of Antoniuk's mouth.
Break.
And they'll be separated by Gallagher.
Box.
Great agility. We're watching the rugby player in him. He's able to move right and left with his feet and match that with his hands as well. Now this is a zone that Farr doesn't want to get into. He got just too close to the corner there on that occasion.
Antoniuk probably has been told by the Bangkok Elephants corner that he is trailing and he's got to do something special.
Work inside, guys. Come on. Don't hold.
So far, Antoniuk has been at the losing end in both his World Series boxing appearances. Lost to Sean Turner and then also lost to Vitaly Kudukhov, while Owen Farr made a winning start to his World Series boxing career, and that was against Arslanbek Makhmudov and this very same T-Box Mobile Arena.
And a flurry of punches there from Farr. But you can see what Antoniuk's trying to do. He's trying to close him into the corner, and that's really the strategy that'll work. A nice right hook. And Ravi, while I think Farr will win this as well, but you know, Antoniuk's just playing this a little better, isn't he? His strategy just seems to be working just that much better.
And the crowd seems to be getting excited as Farr lands a couple once again. But Antoniuk is now, I think, getting a little too desperate, and that's not good news for him because that allows Farr to get in his punches easily without any trouble.
And Farr's technically very smart, isn't he? He leads with his shoulder, and he's so side on, though he's on his toes, and that leaves his opponent with such a narrow angle with which to land punches.
Work. Don't hold.
Certainly for a 91 plus kg man, Owen is very quick on his feet. Final seconds of round number 4, and Antoniuk has got a mountain to climb as Owen Farr has got him effectively in his sights without too much trouble.
And they'll end round 4 at that, and Ravi, for me, that would go to Farr as well. It was a better round for Antoniuk, but I still think the edge would be with Farr.
Without a doubt, I think Owen Farr has got it all sewn up, but I think the only reason why Antoniuk came any close was because Farr was taking it slightly easy. He's taken his foot off the pedal, doesn't want to overstretch himself. He knows he's got the bout under control. As you see that Antoniuk is not able to land too many, while Farr has been effectively rocking his opponent with a couple of strong blows, and that makes it quite easy for the man from New Zealand. There we see once again all 3 judges scoring in favor of Owen Farr. And now, with that 40-36 difference, what it means is that Antoniuk needs a clear knockout.
Absolutely, needs a knockout, a technical knockout as we go into our final round.
Well, his knockout is what we saw in the lightweight contest. Knockout in round number 2 by Charlie Suarez of the Philippines, representing Venky's
Don't hit her in the back
Mumbai
of the neck. Don't hit
Fighters
her in the back of the neck.
against Ikachai Promaka
Stop.
of
Hey.
Thailand.
You're holding.
Bangkok Elephants down
Box.
1-3 after that knockout, but the knockout was certainly that caused a bit of a flutter around the ring. The doctor jumping in, and then for a few seconds there were
Right, guys.
worried
Work
faces
inside.
all around, including here in the commentary box.
That's right. We were also relieved when we saw his hands come up, and Antonio starts this round well. A couple of nice left
Hey, guys,
jabs,
break it up.
finds their mark.
Break.
Far still on his toes. Feints well, gets his head out of the way. Great ducking and weaving.
Watch the heads. Watch the heads.
Very clear instructions being shouted by Michael Gallagher, the referee from Ireland. Keeps telling the boxers what he doesn't want them to be doing, and that's good because the referees know, the boxers
head up.
know what the referee doesn't
Break.
want them to be doing. Immediately
the
he
head
says,
up.
watch the heads, move back.
And if you just have a look under Far's right eye, it's just starting to
Break.
swell up a bit.
Right, come on, guys. Clean her up.
Just
Could be a headbutt from Antonio, and that's the reason why referee Gallagher has been screaming
inside,
at the
work
boxers
inside, don't
to
hold.
watch the head.
Break.
get them to escape
Okay.
from this clinch. Great support here for the Venky's Mumbai Fighters. It's home court advantage for them.
Work
And
inside.
Antonio
Don't
just
hold.
gets
Don't hold.
another one in, and
Break.
T-Box Mobile Arena has been a great hunting ground for Venky's Mumbai Fighters. Apart from that 5-0 blanking by Astana Arlans, they have performed very well, defeated Los Angeles Matadors 5-0, picked up a point against Dynamo Moscow, who had blanked them in the away
Watch the
bout
shoulder.
in Perm.
Don't
So
hold. Break it up.
they have already
Break.
picked up 7 points in this arena, which is great going.
And so as we wind down round 5, and Far lands a right for good measure.
Watch the head. Break. Keep the head up. Box.
And,
Stop.
and a final last minute round arm shot misses, and that's the end of round number 5, bringing to close our heavyweight bout. We're quite certain we know how the judges will score this one, but we'll wait for the official result.
Well, certainly I don't see any surprises coming here because 4 rounds going the way of Uwe Far. I don't see anything going for Antonio at the moment because he hasn't done enough to impress any of the judges, while Uwe Far has not just shown aggression, he's shown great control in his ring craft, and that certainly goes a long way in impressing the judges.
Certainly, he's got a nice jab. He's versatile. He can lead with his right, and his footwork makes it very difficult for any heavyweight to actually go after him.
We await the formal announcement of the result of this heavyweight contest between Uwe Far of the Venky's Mumbai Fighters.
And a unanimous decision by the judges. The victor from the red corner, representing the Venky's Mumbai Fighters, Uwe Far.
Well, there's the cheers for you, Uwe Far, scoring a unanimous decision in this bout and winning it 3-0. Wonderful finish there from Venky's Mumbai Fighters. The crowd up on its feet to cheer Venky's Mumbai Fighters, and it's been a great evening for the home side.
It certainly has, and that takes Uwe Far's record this year to 2-0. Let's just take a look. 4-1 is how it ended up for the Venky's Mumbai Fighters. Nigor won the first, Chernibiu won the second, Sharov lost the third, Suarez KO'd Pramaka in the fourth, and Far came home easily in the fifth.
So wonderful finish there for Venky's Mumbai Fighters. And on the points tally, now Bangkok certainly is the bottom with just 1 point, but Venky's Mumbai Fighters have moved up with 11, and this is the end of their home stint. They've got 2 more bouts coming up in the following 2 weeks. They travel to Los Angeles on the 13th of February and then go to Astana the week after. So let's see how Venky's Mumbai Fighters figure out their last 2 away bouts. But for the moment, it's goodbye from Mohit Lalwani and Ravikant Singh. Good night.